Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book Escape from Freedom. There are many poems about freedom. You may have heard of Freedom and Love by the Hungarian poet Sándor Petőfi. Life is dear, love is dearer, but I can give up both for freedom. Or the one by Roman Rolland, Freedom is always the greatest asset of all kinds. In modern society, everyone is eager to attain freedom and self-fulfillment. People claim to be willing to give up anything for freedom, but the book Escape from Freedom presents a different picture. In reality, lots of people, even the majority who seem to pursue and praise freedom, are unknowingly trying to escape from it. Their actions actually run counter to what they claim. Why is this? In order to answer that question, we need to understand the background of when the book was written. The author Erich Fromm was a German-American born into a Jewish family. He was a significant member of the Frankfurt School and a successor of Marxist philosophy. He merged Freudian psychoanalysis and humanism, and drew on diverse and crucial thoughts to form his own style. Widely known as one of the founders of psychoanalytic sociology, he was good at using psychological approaches to analyze social behaviors. In 1933, Adolf Hitler came into power and became the German Chancellor. Fromm was aware of the evil nature of Nazism, and moved to the United States the next year to continue his psychoanalytic research at Columbia University. Escape from Freedom was his first monograph during his time at Columbia. The book was published in 1941, during the third year of the Second World War. The cruelty of war, the retrogression of civilization, and the depravity of humanity drove Fromm to consider the following questions. In the treacherous journey to freedom, people have gone through all kinds of hardship during the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the Industrial Revolution. What ultimately made hard-earned democracy fall back into the abyss of totalitarianism and dictatorship overnight? What made a nation that once fostered Kant and Beethoven rush to sacrifice freedom and become fanatic supporters of Hitler? Fromm tried to approach these questions from a psychological perspective, and his conclusions are published in Escape from Freedom. It's commendable that he didn't make a grand narrative, but instead focused on the process of individuation to analyze the psychological mechanisms closely linked with people's mentality. Therefore, the book transcends a historical analysis, and remains a classic after more than 70 years. This Bookie will illustrate why people pursue freedom while simultaneously escaping from it from the following three aspects: the reasons to escape, the three mechanisms of escaping, and how to attain real freedom. Let's get started and go through them one by one. At first glance, the title of the book may cause confusion. If freedom is so wonderful, why would anyone ever want to escape from it? To sort out the causality and make everything clear, Fromm chose to start from the very beginning, namely how the concept of freedom emerged. Let's begin with the characteristics of freedom. Freedom is inherent. It develops as the individual becomes more and more aware of the self. Look at the growing process of an individual. When an embryo is in the mother's womb, it's a part of the mother and has no freedom. Despite this, it is protected by the womb, thus having everything it needs to survive with perfect security. After the baby is born and the umbilical cord is cut, the baby becomes an individual separate from the mother. However, it is still dependent on the mother's care for everything, because it's only separate in the physical sense. Starting from his crib, the range of possible activities gradually extends to the room, the entire house, the school, and the society. Meanwhile, the baby's opportunities for communication gradually extend to other family members, classmates, friends, and teachers. In this process, the child grows both physically and cognitively with increasing knowledge about the world, which makes him eager for self-development and self-expression. He desires to leave the mother and do what he wants in pursuit of freedom. This is known as the process of individuation, in which one's self-strength continues to grow, individuality continues to develop, and the desire for freedom gets stronger. In fact, the historical evolution of human society is similar to the process of individual growth.